Now, bro, we've done radio interviews for so long, bro. How do you feel?
The thing is, you always need to be prepared, bro. So it all boils down to research, because what research does is that it gives you confidence, and the more you do it, you also have that confidence. So once you have the confidence from doing it over and over again, and you have it on lockdown when it comes to research, the sky is the limit, and you know that you just keep on pressing on.
I have Nebo and Neo here in studio with us, and I was just bantering with them, trying to understand really this space, because as I was doing research in preparation for this interview here, I realized that you can actually become an investor without even owning a property, and the chance will kind of make us understand how this works, because I believe that I would have to buy a property and then maybe rent it out or flip it and then sell it. That's how then one understands this space. But you can really then become an investor and boom and win in this space without owning a property.
Now, how do we sum it up, bro?
Known Wealth is a one-stop shop when it comes to property investing. Whether you're selling, whether you need management, whether you need content, whether you need a team, we're here for you.
Yeah, man, so we've arrived in Pretoria, answering that question that everybody has in terms of how far would you travel for a deal, or should I only be investing in my neighborhood? The answer is we traveled all the way from Soweto to Pretoria. Where there's an opportunity, we are there.
So we just did the viewing, man. And the property's bad. The property's bad, you guys. The property's bad, and it's just one of those that you've been in a property that has structural damage. I mean, look at this. The property has structural damage. It has serious structural damage. And now you're also looking at the numbers. But now you're also thinking that what is the problem? What's causing this structural damage? Is it the foundation? Because now if it's the foundation, then it's a totally different story to what we are looking at. I mean, at eye level, you would just think that you just come through, chip a bit, and then plaster there, so that you put mesh wire and then you plaster there. But if it's a foundation, then it's a totally different story, man. Now, how are you feeling, man?
To me, bro, is that it's a difficult one. But at the same time, you need to put on your thinking cap when it comes to being an investor, right? Because as a property investor, most of these properties that we're viewing, guys, they're not neat at all. They're not, and they're a mess. But now the question is rather, should I be going into this deal or not? And you need to list various reasons why you shouldn't be going to this deal. Because I mean, let's be frank again. If I'm saying that yes, the problem is the foundation, and we'll be spending, let's just say that doing the foundation again, you'll be spending about 100k. But then you know that before that, the projections that you're looking at bagging, let's just say that you're planning on selling it at 1.3. Let's just say 1.3, right? You bought it at 600, and then let's just say that you put in an extra 200. So it's 200,000. So you put in an extra 100. Now you're all in at 900, right? You are planning on selling it at 1.3. Now the difference between 1.3 and 900 is 400. So the question again is that in all this mess, can you see an opportunity in it? Again, it can go south. But now the question is really to what extent. Hence, you need a professional. Because if you with your eye or our eyes, I can be looking at it as if this is terrible. There's no coming back from it. I can come through with a contractor who'll be like, you know what? It's not that bad. And when you're looking at the cracks again, it's more to the right hand side. It's not the kitchen. It's that room that's behind the kitchen.
But it's also in the kitchen.
It's also in the kitchen, but I'm saying more, whereby it's like terrible, whereby you literally put that down. So that's let's just say that wall, yeah, from the kitchen to that room, it's the L shape. It's actually U. It's actually the U shape. Now the question is that, guys, if we are to really get this right, that U shape, how much will it take us? So the only person that can answer that is the contractor. Hence, with such, you need a professional, because it's either you might be too afraid, you walk away from a potential deal and you see somebody posting that I made X amount, I made 300,000 in Pretoria. Then you're like, I saw that deal, I viewed that deal. Only because you didn't get the right person on your side. So,
and now also coming to negotiating, right? So apparently the owners are not going to be taking anything below 600. So the estate agent was saying that they could take 640, but they previously took 600. So I think that she realized.
they rejected.
No, she said to me, she said that they accepted 600 and then the guy left. I think she realized that I might have actually sold myself short. So then she comes back and says that no, they rejected, and then the guy said that he's going to actually come back. So that one, man, it's a bit tough. So now what I was also thinking, right, is that because we didn't see the other rooms, we'd need to come back and sign the offer to purchase subject to actually viewing, right? Due diligence. So now due diligence meaning that coming into every room and understanding what's going on in those rooms. Because the last thing that you want to buy, I think a lot of people fall victim to this, whereby you just go with the estate agent and then they say that we can't go into these rooms. And you don't know what's going on in those rooms. You only find out that it's a mess once you have actually bought that property. So now what we also need to do is that if we are going to be signing on the offer to purchase, we need to put it on the contract that it's subject to proper due diligence, whereby we can actually come through with our contractor and see all of the rooms. Because I mean, on the cottage, she said that it's a 3-bed cottage.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, it's really tiny.
Yeah.
So now you buy this property and you find out that it's just like small, whereby not even a bed can actually fit in. So those are the things that we also need to take into consideration as we are actually doing this offer.
And would you know that viewing this property, right, reminded me of what we always say, that you need a team, right?
Yeah.
So for instance, myself and you can identify a good deal. And when we're saying that we can identify a good deal, we're speaking about the numbers behind it in terms of how much can we buy it at versus how much can we sell it at, right? And now, unfortunately, a lot of people are not taking it to that level whereby they're looking at getting a contracting team to come and see, because to them it's more of, I've loved this property and I'm interested in it, I've always wanted it, or I've heard that distressed properties are a way to go, so I'm gonna buy it. So I'd say that it's very important, guys, that when you do viewings, you go with a contractor. Because now the contractor is then able to come through and look at that deal. They're able to quantify what work needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, what makes a deal is the numbers behind it.
Yeah.
So ultimately, that's what we're saying, guys, that you need to invest like a pro. You need to know your numbers, bro.
Yeah, just like a pro.
With no wife.